So remember how earlier when we first enabled RIP using the network command, it caused RIP to advertise every single subnet in the 10.0.0.0 major network. What if we wanted to advertise or block specific subnets? Well, that's what distribute lists are for. Distribute lists are used to manually filter, either deny or allow, specific prefixes sent or received through a particular interface. There are three main elements to configuring a distribute list: the interface the distribute list is applied on, the direction of updates, either inbound or outbound, and an access list that specifies which routes are permitted and which are denied. So let's take a look at our next customer request. Configure a distribute list to ensure that R4 does not use R1 to reach the 10.0.18.0/28 network. Do not make any configuration changes on R4. To get some context, we need to look at where this network is on the topology diagram. It's between R1 and R8. We are not allowed to make any configuration changes on R4, so the only thing we can do is create a distribute list on R1. So naturally, let's go to R1. The first thing we're going to do is get into router RIP configuration mode. And if I type distribute list ? You see it gives me the option to put an access list number here. Now I don't have an access list configured, but I can go ahead and put whatever number I want here and then create an access list with the same number after the fact. So I'm going to go ahead and use the number 14. And if I hit a question mark again, it gives me the option to choose whether I want to filter incoming or outgoing routing updates. Now in this case, I want to filter outgoing routing updates because I'm R1 and I don't want R4 to know about the 10.0.18.0 network from me. So I'm going to make sure I do not advertise that out to R4. So we're going to do an out, and the interface facing R4 is gig 01. Now this is going to use access list 14 to control what routes I send out of gig 01, and on the other end of that link is R4. So it doesn't make much sense without an access list, does it? So let's go ahead and create that. We'll do access list 14, and we want to deny the 10.0.18.0/28 network. Now this being an access list, I have to use the wildcard mask, which is going to be 0.0.0.15. All right, hit enter here. Now, please, let's go to R4. And of course, we're going to do a clear IP route star and then a show IP route RIP. And oh, all our RIP routes are gone. They're gone. What happened? Well, when we applied the distribute list on R1, we effectively blocked all routes from being advertised. The distribute list filters anything that is not explicitly allowed. So let's go back to R1 and fix this. Access list 14 permit 0.0.0.0 and then all 255. And remember, this is a wildcard. So what this is going to do is it's going to permit everything else other than the particular deny statement, which denies the 10.0.18.0/28 network. All right, so we've got it there. Let's go back to R4. Now let's go and do another show IP route RIP. We see that we now have the 10.0.12.0/30 network and the all ones /32 network. Well, it's not really all ones. It's 1111/32. But the 10.0.18.0/28 network is gone. R4 cannot reach that network by going through R1, and in fact, it can't reach it at all. So we've done exactly what the customer has asked using a distribute list.